And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here between the Toronto Thunderbirds taking on the Green Bay Packers. Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And off we go from Lambeau. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the jump.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Yeah, look at this Packers defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Let's go. Check. 19 Charger, 19 79 Broncos. 18 Rattler.
Daniels looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Here we go.
On first and 10, it's Robinson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This 2nd and 4.
Hey, check that. Ready. 60 Eagles. No, unlock line. Go.
Again, it's Robinson. Down the right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Thunderbirds have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Packers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3.
1st down and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go now.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Crack all 80.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Packers defense, and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Hey! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To the air goes Daniels. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Street! 60 Eagle! 60 Eagle!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man. And
they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Trap 50, trap 50. Down. Trap the 60, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready? 60. No. Go.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Packers' 3-yard line.
Ready? Step your line. Hey, check that. Check. Ready?
Robinson. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So they've had 2 cracks at it from the 3. They haven't moved the ball an inch.
And I don't think you can continue to go ahead and run up against that brick wall. They've got to go to something different here. More than likely, the ball goes in the air on this snap.
Go check. Steady.
Robinson. Touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
Let's go now.
Will line up for a
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll let Robinson try and run. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
19, let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hawk 70.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Cook. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. The give is to McLaughlin. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People who kiss it on the ground.
2nd and 9.
60 Bobcat. Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60. Buffalo 18. Ready?
Throwing now is Daniels. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers have taken the lead. Oh, how about about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. An interception's the result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
79 Broncos. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
To throw is Daniels. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
19 tight. 19 tight. 19 Lions. 18, Pioneer. Trap 60, trap 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Here's Daniels. He finds Robinson. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it. Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing, Cook. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. The Packers at 11-5 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here's McLaughlin. Nice footwork at the 25. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 148 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. from the 13 now. They work on 1st and 10.
Off the bootleg.
Cook. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll run as McLaughlin. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
19, Tiger,
on 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Watson. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now Daniels. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cup 19, Cup 19. 18, Pioneer. Warriors 70.
The slot man in motion right. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken at around the 40. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. To throw is Cook. Throwing to start the drive. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Patterson now for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Maximum score, Packers 30, Thunderbirds 14.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try to put some pressure on the defense.
And he's able to break out a one tackle, but then quickly brought down. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Daniel's going to try to sneak. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 139 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Robinson with another carry. And good penetration here. They'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 49-yard line.
Here's Stewart up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Not much much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? Now I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On the ground, here's McLaughlin. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Abanikanda is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Israel Abanikanda, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
First down and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Go street. Crack all 80. Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Back to throw. Daniels. Throwing well, and it's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
It's 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look. They'll run for it. It's Stewart. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 145 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
2nd and 3. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. And remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Let's go now. Hawk 70.
They're going to run. This is Stewart. 20. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Thunderbirds take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
18, Pioneer. Ready?
Will line up for a
60 by 6.
Daniel's going to try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football,
and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsom.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice Nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They'll run again here with Robinson.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Go! Kennedy Lions!
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
19, third. Right there, right there.
Robinson up the middle.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Daniel's going to throw for it. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 back.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Roll. Here we go.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he loses the football a 2nd time.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
19, Tiger, 19.
The 1st down, they start out with Abanikanda.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
70 Lions. Movement.
Abanikanda once again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Israel Abanikanda, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Well, good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. They'll get this to about the 38.
And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
Let's go now.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
18, check smash, check smash.
Robinson on a give right side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready,
Up the middle they go. Crocker. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed.
Okay,
they've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Ready. Check. Hawk 70. Ready.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ready. Ready.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
Hurt.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Cougar 19.
Again, it's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef,
that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they got the big lead here in the 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
We'll give now to Abanikanda. And he's got it down to the 28.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2nd and 6. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go, Shaq.
On the ground, it's Abanikanda. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Cook. That is caught. And they'll get this down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
That's good for our Packers. First down. First down and goal to go.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Green Bay,
a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Toronto,
they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-14 season.
And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.